Welcome back to the battle between King Kong versus Godzilla and who will win. Before we dive deeper into the analysis, please remember to subscribe to the channel to support me. Thank you very much.
King Kong is one of the greatest monster icons ever created. Kong is not simply a gigantic creature, but is portrayed as the last king of Skull Island, a wild land full of mystery and danger. In the MonsterVerse, Kong is identified as a member of the species Titanus Kong, an ancient Titan race with tremendous power and extraordinary survival abilities. Depending on his stage of development, Kong's height can range from about 31 meters to more than 100 meters. However, his enormous size is not the only thing that makes Kong special. What truly sets this character apart from many other monsters is his remarkable intelligence and his ability to feel emotions that are very close to those of humans. Kong does not fight only for survival instincts, but also takes on the role of a protector. He guards his territory and is ready to confront any threat that appears on Skull Island. Kong has even stood on the side of humans, protecting them from more dangerous creatures. This creates a character with great depth, both powerful and carrying the loneliness of a king living in the wild. However, the irony is that Kong often becomes a victim of human greed and fear. Many times he has been hunted, exploited, or treated as a dangerous threat that must be eliminated. This contrast between immense power and a spirit that is close to humanity has made Kong a tragic figure, constantly caught in the ambitions and mistakes of humankind. With his gigantic body and extremely developed muscles, Kong can lift objects many times heavier than his own weight. In battles, he can easily pick up massive boulders or even uproot ancient trees and throw them at enemies from hundreds of meters away. Not only that, Kong can also tear opponents apart with his bare hands. Within the Titan hierarchy of the MonsterVerse, Kong is often considered one of the most physically powerful creatures, second only to Godzilla. Kong also possesses incredible mobility. He can climb steep cliffs, leap across great distances, and use the surrounding terrain to gain advantages in combat. In many situations, Kong even uses the environment or the bodies of his enemies as weapons, demonstrating an extremely creative fighting instinct. One of the elements that makes Kong unique is his human-like intelligence. Kong does not only react by instinct, but can also think strategically during battles. He is capable of creating and using tools, most notably the axe made from one of Godzilla's dorsal plates, a weapon that can absorb special energy from the hollow earth. In addition, Kong has shown the ability to learn quickly from each battle and can even communicate with humans through sign language. Even when facing severe injuries such as stab wounds, burns, or extremely powerful impacts, Kong's Titan body can recover at an impressive rate. This endurance allows him to keep fighting even in situations where it seems impossible to stand again. In the new film Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, Kong is also equipped with the B-E-A-S-T glove. This device enhances the power of his punches and gives him a major advantage in brutal battles. King Kong has gone through countless brutal battles with some of the most terrifying creatures ever to exist. From ancient monsters on Skull Island to gigantic titans in the modern world, every confrontation clearly proves the strength, courage, and extraordinary survival ability of this king. In the intense battle with three V-Rex creatures, a ferocious predatory dinosaur species similar to the T-Rex, Kong demonstrated overwhelming strength and incredible combat skills. With decisive attacks, he subdued them one by one, broke their jaws, and threw them into the abyss. When entering the MonsterVerse, the enemies Kong had to face became even more terrifying. On Skull Island, the most dangerous creatures are the skull crawlers, giant reptilian monsters that constantly hunt for prey. In the decisive battle with their leader known as the Skull Devil, Kong fought with unprecedented ferocity. After a brutal confrontation, Kong finally finished his enemy by tearing its body apart and piercing its weakest point, thereby protecting his territory from destruction. In addition to land creatures, Kong has also faced dangers from the ocean. During one encounter with the giant squid known as Meyer Squid, Kong did not hesitate to dive into the water to fight. With overwhelming strength, he quickly subdued the monster, tore its body apart, and claimed victory. In Godzilla vs. Kong, Kong destroyed the giant warbats by using the bodies of his enemies as weapons. He also used his special axe to defeat the dangerous Kamakura's swarm. The peak of these battles was the confrontation with Mechagodzilla. Facing the enormous threat of this destructive machine, Kong joined forces with Godzilla to fight. After a fierce battle, Kong directly tore off the head of the giant machine, completely ending the threat. Although he once gained the upper hand in one round of combat against Godzilla on land thanks to his special axe, Kong ultimately could not claim the final victory against the King of the Titans.
Please remember to subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon, and turn on notifications to watch the newest videos as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
Now we will talk about Godzilla. Godzilla has long become one of the greatest icons of monster cinema. This gigantic creature first appeared in the classic film Godzilla, where the image of an ancient monster rising from the ocean left a deep mark in history. In the monsterverse, Godzilla is identified as a member of the species Titanus Gojira, an ancient titan race that has existed since the distant prehistoric era. This creature lives deep beneath the ocean, a place humans rarely reach. When the world faces major threats, especially when titans lose control or dangerous energy sources appear, Godzilla awakens and rises to the surface. Because of this, he is often seen as a silent king of the planet, always watching over the balance of nature from the deep darkness of the ocean. With a height ranging from about 108 to 120 meters, Godzilla possesses a massive body and strength far beyond any ordinary creature. Every step he takes creates enormous tremors, and the appearance of Godzilla usually signals that a brutal battle is about to begin. Godzilla is often called the king of the monsters because of his ability to dominate and control other titans. When a gigantic creature becomes dangerous or threatens the balance of the world, Godzilla rises to confront and destroy it. This mission makes him a force that maintains the natural order, like an ancient god guarding the stability of the planet. However, Godzilla is not a hero in the traditional sense. He does not fight to protect humanity, but only acts when the natural order is disrupted. In many situations, if humans accidentally or intentionally provoke him, Godzilla can also become a massive threat to human civilization. Every time he appears, Godzilla does not only shake the world because of his enormous size, but also because of his abilities. His power is like the fury of ancient nature, both terrifying and meaningful in maintaining the order of the planet. Godzilla's most famous ability is his atomic breath. This is a stream of nuclear energy released from his mouth with devastating destructive power. This beam can pierce extremely hard objects and reach temperatures of hundreds of thousands of degrees Celsius. When Godzilla prepares to release this energy, the dorsal plates on his back glow brightly, creating a scene that is both majestic and terrifying. Depending on the energy state within his body, the beam can change colors such as blue, red, or purple, representing different levels of power. One of the characteristics that makes Godzilla nearly unbeatable is his ability to absorb radiation. He can absorb radiation from nuclear sources, from the environment, or even from other titans to increase his strength. Thanks to this mechanism, Godzilla can evolve over time. In the film Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, he reached a new evolutionary state with glowing pink dorsal plates, showing the enormous energy flowing through his body. Godzilla is not only powerful in attack, but also possesses remarkable regeneration. Even when suffering severe injuries such as being stabbed through the body or burned by massive energy explosions, his titan body can regenerate at an incredible speed. Godzilla's skin is also one of the most formidable defense systems. His hide is so thick and tough that it can resist artillery shells, missiles, and even the destructive force of nuclear weapons. In addition, Godzilla can withstand the tremendous pressure at the bottom of the ocean and extreme temperatures that most creatures cannot survive. He can use his sharp claws, massive jaws, and enormous tail to defeat enemies. In the water, Godzilla becomes even more dangerous because he can swim at incredible speed, turning the ocean into his true domain. When reaching maximum energy levels, Godzilla can also release a special form of energy called a nuclear pulse. This wave of energy spreads from his body and creates a massive explosion that pushes back all enemies around him. Godzilla also possesses a special ability of dominance. He can sense major threats across the globe and release a powerful alpha roar. This sound acts like an ancient command that causes many other titans to submit or gather under his leadership. Godzilla gradually proves the title King of the Monsters through achievements that amaze the world. Films such as Godzilla, Godzilla King of the Monsters, and Godzilla vs. Kong all demonstrate the overwhelming strength of this ancient creature in battles that determine the fate of the planet. One of the most notable battles in the monsterverse is the confrontation with the parasitic titan pair, known as the Muto. These two creatures were born to hunt and eliminate the species of Godzilla. In the decisive moment, Godzilla used overwhelming strength to overpower his enemies, tearing apart the jaw of the female Muto and finishing the other with a blast of atomic breath fired straight through its head. An even more dangerous opponent appeared later in the form of King Ghidorah, the three-headed dragon with destructive power originating from beyond Earth. The battle between these two gigantic titans is considered one of the greatest confrontations ever witnessed. When entering his maximum power state, Godzilla unleashed a violent surge of nuclear energy. In the end, Ghidorah was completely burned away in the explosive power of the Titan King. Another famous titan who challenged Godzilla was Rodan. This gigantic flying creature entered the battle with the ferocity of a king of the sky. However, faced with the overwhelming strength of Godzilla, Rodan was ultimately forced to submit and acknowledge the supreme authority of the king of the ocean. Godzilla has also defeated many other ancient titans, such as Scylla and Tiamat. These victories show that Godzilla rarely loses in direct confrontations. With enormous strength, nearly limitless energy, and ancient battle instincts, Godzilla continues to stand firmly at the peak of the Titan world, maintaining his title as the Supreme King of Monsters. The confrontation between Godzilla and King Kong has always been one of the most fascinating battles. Each creature represents a different type of power, creating a clear and dramatic contrast. Godzilla is often considered superior overall. His strength comes from a nearly limitless source of nuclear energy, allowing him to unleash atomic breath, capable of burning everything in its path. In addition, his incredible regenerative ability allows Godzilla to remain standing even after attacks that seem fatal. Kong stands out with enormous physical strength, fast reflexes, and superior intelligence. He fights like a true warrior, able to observe his surroundings, use the terrain, and handle weapons effectively. However, Kong lacks powerful long-range attacks, and his body is more vulnerable to destructive energy sources. In the classic King Kong vs. Godzilla, Kong is considered the winner when he defeats Godzilla and pushes him into the sea. However, in some Japanese cut versions, the ending is more ambiguous, leading many people to believe that Godzilla was actually the one who survived in the end. In the main battle, Godzilla wins 2 out of 3 rounds and even nearly kills Kong before deciding to spare his life. After that, the two are forced to work together to defeat their common enemy Mechagodzilla. After that battle, Kong accepts the position of Godzilla as the Supreme King. Heavy breaths echo after the earth-shaking battle, creating a moment that is both majestic and tense. A thunderous roar cuts through the night like a declaration of the order of the Titan world. Kong grips his weapon tightly, his eyes still burning with the spirit of a warrior. Godzilla stands towering like a living mountain, majestic and untouchable. Godzilla is usually the one who holds the advantage. However, the outcome of the battle always depends on the circumstances. Without weapons such as his signature axe, Kong would find it very difficult to defeat his opponent. On the other hand, when fighting underwater or at long distance, Godzilla almost always holds the absolute advantage. It is this fragile balance that makes every confrontation between these two titans breathtaking and captivating.
What do you think about this battle? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you all very much.